Ladies and gentlemen, game number 4 about to begin right now. Let's go into it with dual sight.
Yeah, we don't see this map that much.
No, we don't. It's kind of interesting, but of course, a nice Zerg map. It's one of those maps where it's like, okay, I take a third base, you go for a push, and I just counterattack. LOL. You can trade naturals for thirds. I don't mind that at all. If I'm the Zerg player, of course, with machines view. Trade natural for third. And then I come back because I'm on 2 base economy, you're on 1 base economy. Sandwich, kill your army. Or trade armies. 2 base against 1 base, LOL. I like that for Zerg.
Yes, indeedio.
And that option actually doesn't exist on regular maps because a lot of times the army can just, you know, can meet up and catch it. But in this map in particular, like Antigua Shipyard, you saw those nice little chokes. Look at this natural. There are no nice little chokes on on dual sight.
No, there aren't. And I think there's the reason WhiteRa's not going for a fast expand. Well, I mean, he might still, but he's going for a gate inside his base because it's much more difficult to wall off here.
Oh yeah, you have to go for a gate. Well, no, that's not true. But Forge Fast Expansion, definitely a difficult way to actually play it on this map in particular. You do have to kind of, you know, throw a couple of dice, flip some coins when you're going something like a Forge Fast Expansion in this map, because a lot of times you're cut out from a lot of information, so it could be something like a Roach all-ins or Baneling all-in. In those cases, you can lose your cannons pretty fast. That is no bueno.
Yeah, you can. No bueno. No es bueno.
Working on your Spanish here.
Oh yeah, Spanish pretty good, man.
Better than Axel Toss. His last name's Rodriguez.
That's true. He's from Texas, though.
Yeah?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but there are a lot of Hispanics in Texas.
Okay.
I guess there are a lot of Hispanics here, too. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either. Where are you trying to get at? I mean,
I guess I was saying
U.S. is turning into a bilingual.
I don't think it's turning into. I think it is.
Oh, I think you're crazy.
Why?
It's not there yet.
Are you kidding?
You think the Hispanic population is equal to the English-speaking population?
No. But I'm talking about like total, you know, Hispanics, Asians, Middle Easterns, like in general.
I wonder what like the percentage population you need to have to say a country is bilingual. Is it like 20%, 30%? 20% seems too little. 30% seems on the cusp.
Is Canada counted as a bilingual country?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would say yes, because of Quebec.
And you know, half of Canada lives there, and half of Canada lives in Toronto.
Yeah.
And then none of Canada lives in the other places.
Yeah, it's
no,
all the rest is Siberia. Ariel's is somewhere over there.
Yeah. This ball. So there was a pylon in Machine's base that didn't really do anything.
Just there.
Yeah,
Cross some fingers, man.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of those things where you do it and you're just like, well, if he doesn't find it, I'll 4-gate him, and then I'll get a really easy win. But you know, oh well. So WhiteRa's gonna go for a 3-gate expand, which is, you know, something we don't see very often.
Could be a 3-gate expand. Yes.
Okay, it could be, but it's
could be a
like
5-gate all in, 4-gate, 5-gate all in.
Yeah, it's not good. WhiteRa doesn't do that. He always at least makes 2 bases.
So you think he's devious, sir?
No, he's gonna get his 3rd sentry. He's probably gonna say he's starting to save up his money now. Once he gets 400, he's gonna make the Nexus. Then he's gonna, you know, warp. He's going to get warp gates. He's going to warp in another round of sentries. Then he'll be very safe. Then he's going to transition from there. That's what's going to happen.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
So we can see the Nexus is going to come down. Bam. As soon as this warp gate's done, we're going to see it.
Come on, 2 gateways. Come on, 2 gateways. Put it down.
Nope.
Come on, WhiteRa. Put down 2 more gateways.
Watch.
I'm watching. That's why I keep saying it.
1, 2, 3. Bang.
Could still do it, but I highly doubt it. You would have cut probes already. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, and in this position, Machine doesn't need as early of a third, so he's not going to get it. What he is doing is droning up He's getting his Roach Warren. He's getting a lair. Then he's going to transition from there. He's probably going to take a third in about a minute or two. But for now, no such thing. And the fourth gateway comes up in addition to a forge.
And this is standard transition. What you basically do is rely on gateway units in the early game stage to defend against any sort of all-ins. WhiteRa is very well versed at defending against all-ins. You can see the amount of sentries he has to get on this map. It delays the tech quite a bit. He's up to 8 sentries. This is like old school PvZ. We used to see this a lot. TT1 was definitely a player that loved to get like 11 sentries in this early game stage. And that weakens your power in the mid game because you can't get your tech as fast. And yes, I mean, sentries are great. You can always do gateway pressure, but there's a point where it's just like, it doesn't matter how many gateway units you have, just the sheer production of a 3-base Zerg will be enough to just overpower waves and waves and waves of your gateway units.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have 11 sentries, you know, eventually you're running out of force fields, and if they just, if they bait you well, if they just keep pumping units out, you know, it's going to come and bite you in the butt later on.
Let's go ahead and look at Machine and what he's doing. He has gotten delayed third, but I kind of like where he's at. He's playing a very safe brand of StarCraft. Of course, if we look at his vision, he sees all those sentries. He's like, oh man, so my opponent is capable of some sort of big all-in. It could be something like Immortal or
he is going up for 7 gates right now. Oh, sorry, 6 gates. My mistake. But and you know, going for 6 gateways right now, he's going to be saturated. He'll have enough economy to produce, you know, 6 gate stalkers, and he's coming out with a push right now. He's sending a probe too, so he intends on being very, very aggressive with this.
And this is where Machine might get punished here.
Yeah.
He's only on 2 base. He hasn't been able to get to 3 base economy, so the order in which he actually went all his units is going to really hurt him.
Yep.
As he only has a couple roaches out here, he's going to be able to pick up this one stalker in the back over here. The Overseer's going to fly overhead. Don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, see, usually I feel like a lot of Zerg players today will get the macro hatch first before this 3rd base. And it seems like this is the reason why, because now Machine's going to lose this, and then he's only on 2 hatcheries of production. If he had a macro hatchery, he'd still be on 3 hatch of production, which would allow him to probably hold this off. But right now, Machine's in a really difficult position. He just doesn't have that many units right now.
And he hasn't utilized the burrow. That's one of the main things that you can kill a push like this. Especially 6 gate.
Yep.
You burrow up, wait for your opponent's units to walk over yours, and you pop up, kill all the sentries, pop down, wait for another round of units, and then LOL over it.
Yeah, and WhiteRa just has so much energy still in the sentries. He can do this for another 2-3 minutes.
There's that burrow that we're talking about, but the damage has already been done and Natural's cleaned up.
It's a little too little too late.
Another round?
Yeah, he lost his 3rd. He's about to lose his natural expansion as well. And you know, WhiteRa doesn't need, you know, he could lose this whole force and it'll still be okay.
Yeah, he didn't even resupply.
No, he didn't.
Now finally resupply.
No, he's teching.
Yeah. Wow, about to say another 4th.
Yeah. Might as well just take a 3rd Nexus as well while you're at it.
I do what I want. Alright, so this is going to be a GG. Comes out from Machine, and we have ourselves a 3-1 advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, WhiteRa is looking really good.
He is looking really good. One game away from winning.
The order of that particular build was a little bit off for Machine.
Yeah.
And I understand where he's coming from. He's like really hesitant and everything. But the critical thing, I think, was not having his units in position for that burrow. He didn't actually know the army was coming out until it was already at the Xel'Naga Tower.
Right.
Xel'Naga Tower distance to the 3rd isn't that far, so obviously he couldn't prepare that in time for those sentries.
This is very true, and you know, a little unfortunate for Machine. WhiteRa chose a very good time to attack, and we'll see if Machine can adjust in Game 5.
No, he's going to need to because it's match point. Ladies and gentlemen, WhiteRa is 1 game away from winning that 1st place in the $400 prize pool, or excuse me, part of the $500 prize pool, which is the $400 1st place prize. So don't go anywhere.
There we go.
Continuation of this series about to go down after this break.